Morning, guys. I hope you're having an enjoyable meeting this afternoon. So my name's Lorik, and I'm calling you guys, or you're viewing this video from MarketLine in London. It's a leading provider market intelligence and analytics to the academic market, and we're working with a lot of the economic faculties in Germany already. A lot of the professors and faculty heads that we're working with were asking us questions such as, how can I ensure I'm not missing out on any key development areas I'm covering in my research? How can I identify areas to apply for funding and find potential collaborators? And why have I not been able to adapt my course to reflect future professions such as cryptocurrencies, blockchain, artificial intelligence, or IoT? As you may know, many professions have changed within the last 5 years alone. 5 years ago, many of the students were interested in moving into industries in oil and gas, for example, or energy. However, now it's changed and students are more interested in moving into consultancy firms or the startup technology companies. I'm interested are these type of questions that you guys ask yourself. To give you a brief overview of MarketLine, we were originally created by the corporate clients. However, in the past 15 years, we've been solely focusing on academic institutions. So, at a university, you have all access to our content that we're providing the big names such as Coca-Cola, Deutsche Bank, KfW Banking Group, for example. You guys get all the access at our lower academic rate. On your screen over here, and as I've discussed with Eik Albrecht and Mrs. Mischak, are some of the goals and challenges that we've been facing from many different universities. I think one of the biggest goals for an economic department everywhere is how can they attract and increase the student intake next academic year, and that's by differentiating in the courses that you're offering at university. The other goal for many of the professors and researchers are to find external collaborators and partners for research that you guys are currently taking. Then you've got some of the other ones like increasing employment opportunities. So the students at university, when going into employment, you want the students to have the highest salaries as possible as it looks good on the university, and that will also affect the student enrollment and increase that too, because if a lot of the students know, for example, that the students studying at your institution are going to be have a salary than other institutions, then they're going to be coming. And keeping courses up to date is important, and with the case studies that we have on the platform, we could really keep the courses up to date and relevant with the new industries like cryptocurrency and blockchain, as I mentioned earlier. So the way we do this in terms of helping universities is from a planning opportunity. Many of the professors can find different company reports, industry reports, and case studies on our platform to support them within their course planning. Whether it's a case study or a new company you want to add on to as an addition, you can find that on MarketLine. The other area is who to target with your research. So we have a company prospector database who could find information for you guys, what kind of companies that you're looking for to approach, to invest in your research, and for grant capture as an example. And then the engagement feature will allow you to engage with these companies and find out comparable agreements that they've made. So we are supporting many different levels within a university. One for the faculty to keep your finger on the pulse ensure that you're understanding the latest industry trends, adapting your syllabus to align with the industry dynamics, and supporting professional skills development for the students. Within that area, a lot of the professors, a lot of the students that are going to be leaving the university are going into companies that are already using MarketLine as a market intelligence resource. So it will be great for them to know what they're doing, and it will give them the up essentially in other students at other universities. From a student's point of view, we are supporting to understand trends and real-world case studies, identify career opportunities, as well as enhance the professional skills. And then you've got some of the other departments that could be using us, as seen on the screen. If you want to take a moment, you can pause the screen over here and just have a look and maybe discuss within your meeting how you could be using this and what areas are most interesting to you. So moving on, I'm going to show you just a brief snippet of the MarketLine platform. And if we go on to this area over here, this is the home page of the MarketLine platform. You could either browse by industries, geographies, by companies, or by the 8 interactive databases. Students and staff could actually manipulate and extract information. On the browser, you could run a search actually similar to Google, so it's very easy to use, so the students could get straight onto the platform without doing any commercial research that's needed. But if we click on the browse button over here, this is where you'll find a lot of our information, and we support a range of different courses. That could be marketing, that could be economics, that could be the financial courses, or any sort of your courses within the economic department. If you look at some of our industry profiles, all of the industry profiles will contain Michael Porter's 5 force analysis, and you can look at the market trends and market data, historics, and forecasted. So on the left-hand side, you have the industry reports, and on the right-hand side, you have the refining options. If we were to click, just as an example, onto an industry, so I can show you, you can either download the full report, or you can go through the table of contents and things such as the market analysis and market data of the industry. Market data, you have the 4 or 5 year forecast. All of our bars, charts, and graphs, for example, and tables can be extracted into Word, PDF, or Excel, or if any of you guys or the students have a presentation, they can extract this into a PowerPoint document. We have the segmentation of the market, so this particular industry is interested in the confectionery market. Then the forecast, the 5 force analysis. There are many universities that are using this type of information, not only the students, but the professor are embedding these within their course packs, and students are using these really well within their bachelor thesis papers. We understand that students have to conduct their own 5 force analysis for particular industries. The industries that the students tend to look into can be quite niche, so this can be used as an overview to understand Michael Porter's 5 force analysis and to embed this area as a benchmarking tool to their own bachelor thesis paper, which will ensure that they achieve the higher grades. It will boost the reputation of the university, and it will increase the academic intake, because a higher ranking is going to make the university more attractive to the next students year on year. Then you have the leading companies and the macroeconomic indicators. If I fall off the industry report, we do also have company profiles which go into a deep overview of the company SWOT, the description, if we were to search Volkswagen, for example, over here. Have a look at the company profile. This will give you an overview, for example, of three of the company, the SWOT analysis, the major products and services they offer, and a full, deep level overview of the financial situation. So, to show you a brief example of what our SWOTs look like, that's the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And then below over here, you have these outlined in granular detail. This is helping the students analyze the companies that they're interested in for their bachelor thesis papers, but also on a professor standpoint, if you're working to form a research collaboration with a company, it will be great to understand what threats and what opportunities they have outlined to formulate an engagement route with that company for research collaboration. This is where the financial courses will have a great overview of the financial landscape for the companies over here. So moving on from this area on the company profile, we do have our case studies, and our case studies are not looking deeply into a specific company or a specific industry. These companies are giving you a unique overview of the innovative and latest company trends and industry trends across a wide range of companies and industry areas. That could be looking at trends and market trends to watch over here in virtual and augmented reality. It could either be looking at electric vehicles and a deep dive into technology that is the future of the auto industry, or robo-advice, for example. All of these case studies will fit in well with the modules that you guys are currently teaching, and you can refine by industry or refine by geography. These will go into deep and granular detail, and they will contain information such as consumer surveys, as many of our analysts on the platform, there are 400 available, are going into trade shows. They're interviewing over the companies that represent over 80% of market share in specific industry areas. They're also scattering a wide range of sources that is available on open source and validating this information before it's put up on the platform, so it's a reliable source of information for the students and your own research. So you can have a look at things like market opportunities in smartphones, but growth inhibitors exist as well. Potential hard runs and inhibitors. And there's your access to our analysts. So all of the pages on MarketLine could give you direct access to the analysts, and they will get back to you within 24 hours, dependent on query, to create any bespoke related pieces. So if you're focusing on a small to medium enterprise and we don't have a report on it, maybe the analyst could do something for one of your courses. It'd be great for you guys to get in contact. So aside from having these report styles, we do have the database option as well. And there is 8 interactive databases here. Either you could analyze on city statistics and compare the macroeconomic and socio-demographic indicators for over 3,000 cities. You could look into over 200 countries and compare the macroeconomic and socio-demographic environment all in one place. Ideally, if you were searching for a potential to find collaborators, all you'd need to do is select an industry that you're interested in. Let's say you're running your research in the pharmaceuticals area, just as an example, and you wanted to look at the first space and you're interested in Europe as a region. All you need to do here is view the results. It will create a list of companies for you to potentially target for search goals. and we'll open up a list of companies for you where all you need to do is practice in contact list view. As an example, provide you the information, and you can extract all this information on an Excel document for you to target these specific companies and engage. They will give you the executives, the revenues of the companies, the websites, and many of these students could also use this for their bachelor thesis papers when finding companies to through within their areas of research. So alternatively, because it's such a wide breadth of coverage over here and a lot of information that we can withdraw from the platform, you could either look into the country statistics database and analyze different countries, whether you're looking at Germany in comparison to, let's say, France, find out how the economic landscape looks like for these countries. The demographics. So if one of your students wanted to look at the population between two countries because he has a company that wants to expand overseas from Germany to France, he'd have a look at target market areas. And this will then show you the information below, where he can look into energy, utilities, agriculture, the construction industry, financial services, and so on. And he can extract this as a bar chart, a spreadsheet, bar pie, or growth matrix, and everything is available as an extract, as an image, PDF, Word document, PowerPoint slide, or as an export into the Excel. Now, we do have particular databases that also focus on the consumer industry and into providing you access into the global foods, drinks, pet, news and magazine, and tobacco markets. They're giving you either distribution channels. This will help within marketing as it follows through the price, product, place, motion matrix that you may be teaching in your courses. It's important to keep up to date with the professions that are changing and keeping your courses relevant. So we're providing information on many industry trends such as cryptocurrencies, as I showed you in our case studies, and anything that's new. It's also important that you're not missing out on any key development areas that you're covering in your research, and that's where MarketLine could help. And if you're identifying areas to apply for funding and find potential collaborators, you've got the company prospectus tool. I understand that I only had a 15-minute time slot here in your meeting today. We've got it a bit over, but what I would like to do is, if you guys would like a presentation from me, bespoke presentation for your courses specifically, then please do not hesitate to contact me at details over here. What we'll also be doing is sending everyone an email with some information and these presentation slides after this meeting today. Please don't hesitate to get in contact, and I'm sure we can help in the areas and embed MarketLine into your courses as well. Thanks a lot for listening to the presentation. If you have any questions, guys, please do not hesitate to contact me.